Welcome to this video on biodiversity. We will cover the variety of life on Earth and why it is critical for our planet in your upcoming exams. Biodiversity is the variety of living organisms in an area, including all plants, animals, and bacteria. High biodiversity creates resilient ecosystems that can recover from changes like disease or drought. There are three main levels of biodiversity: species diversity, which is commonly tested in exams; genetic diversity, which helps species adapt; and ecosystem diversity, covering various global habitats. Healthy ecosystems rely on high biodiversity to remain stable. Think of it as an insurance policy. The more species present, the stronger the protection for the entire food web. High biodiversity supports stable ecosystems through complex food webs, efficient nutrient cycling, increased disease resistance, and natural climate buffering. Human activity is the leading cause of biodiversity loss. Key threats include deforestation, pollution, climate change, habitat destruction, and overexploitation. Deforestation is a massive threat. It causes habitat loss, fragments populations, and releases stored carbon, which further accelerates climate change. Pollution acts as a silent threat. Industrial and agricultural waste can poison air, water, and soil, significantly reducing species diversity. Climate change forces habitats to shift or warm beyond tolerance levels. As species fail to adapt or migrate, biodiversity declines and entire ecosystems destabilize. Habitat destruction is the most significant cause of extinction. When wetlands or forests are converted for human use, highly specialized species often have nowhere left to go. Species are classified as endangered when their populations reach critical lows. Organizations like the IUCN track these threats for animals like the snow leopard and orangutan. Conservation efforts are essential to reverse these trends. Protecting our planet's biodiversity requires active, coordinated work across local, national, and global scales. Conservation happens in two ways: in situ, which protects species in their natural habitat, and ex situ, which protects them outside of their natural environment. Captive breeding is a key ex situ strategy. It involves identifying threatened species, managing their breeding to ensure genetic diversity, rearing offspring, and eventually returning them to the wild. Success stories like the Arabian oryx, giant panda, and California condor prove that these intensive breeding programs can effectively bring a species back from the brink of extinction. Protecting natural habitats is the most effective long-term conservation strategy. This in-situ approach includes creating national parks to protect land, marine reserves to safeguard ocean zones, and wildlife corridors to connect isolated habitats for migration. Reducing pollution is another vital strategy for protecting ecosystems. By cleaning our water, air, and soil, we stop the loss of biodiversity, allowing organisms across the entire food web to thrive once more. Recycling plays a surprising role in biodiversity conservation. By reducing the need for raw material extraction, like mining and logging, we minimize habitat destruction and lower the chemical and carbon pollution that threatens our ecosystems. Sustainable farming provides an alternative to intensive agriculture. Practices like crop rotation, maintaining hedgerows, reducing pesticide use, and protecting buffer zones near waterways all help to create a healthier environment for nature to coexist with food production. Legal frameworks are essential tools for conservation. Laws like the UK Wildlife and Countryside Act, international agreements like CITES, and directives like the EU Habitats Directive create binding obligations to protect vulnerable species and their environments. Global problems require global cooperation. International agreements such as CITES, the Convention on Biological Diversity, the Aichi Targets, and the Kunming-Montreal Framework represent decades of effort to protect our planet's biodiversity on a global scale. Biodiversity is an inheritance we must protect for future generations. It provides essential food security, medical breakthroughs, economic stability through sectors like tourism and agriculture, and significant benefits to human mental and physical well-being. Ecosystem services are the natural processes we rely on every day. When we lose biodiversity, we put these services at risk, creating direct threats to our health, food supplies, and the stability of our global economy. To protect biodiversity, we must first measure it. While species richness is a simple count of species, scientists also look at species evenness and genetic diversity to get a complete picture of an ecosystem's health. Modern science uses advanced techniques to monitor biodiversity. From traditional field surveys and remote satellite sensing to cutting-edge environmental DNA analysis, we can now track species and habitat health with unprecedented precision. Rainforests are Earth's biodiversity hotspots. Covering only 6% of the planet, they house over half of all known species. Unfortunately, they are being destroyed at an alarming rate for agriculture, logging, and development. Coral reefs are the rainforests of the sea. Despite their small size, they support a quarter of all marine life. They face severe threats from warming oceans, acidification, and pollution, which jeopardize these critical underwater ecosystems. Modern zoos contribute far more than entertainment. Through captive breeding programs, scientific research into animal physiology, and dedicated public education efforts, zoos act as vital hubs for ex situ conservation and species protection. Seed banks serve as an insurance policy for plant diversity. By storing seeds in stable, low-temperature conditions, facilities like the Svalbard Global Seed Vault protect the genetic heritage of crops and wild plants for future generations. Sustainable development is the key to our future. By protecting habitats, farming sustainably, reducing our consumption, and empowering local communities, we ensure that we can meet our current needs without compromising the planet for those who come after us. Every action counts when it comes to biodiversity. Small changes in daily habits, like recycling, choosing sustainably sourced products, or reducing meat consumption, help alleviate pressure on natural ecosystems. Understanding various environmental threats is essential for GCSE exam success. Be prepared to explain how factors like pollution and habitat loss impact biodiversity with specific real-world examples. Conservation methods are categorized as in situ or ex situ. Techniques range from captive breeding and seed banks to protecting entire ecosystems through national parks, marine reserves, and strict wildlife legislation. Invasive species represent a hidden threat to biodiversity. Whether introduced accidentally or deliberately, these organisms often outcompete native species because they lack natural predators in their new environment. The UK is one of the world's most nature-depleted countries. Since the Industrial Revolution, biodiversity has declined significantly, with over half of all species experiencing population drops since 1970. Rewilding offers a path toward restoration. By reintroducing key species and reducing human management, ecosystems like the Knepp Estate can rebuild their own complexity and support thriving, diverse wildlife populations. For your exams, you must be able to define core terms accurately. Focus on mastering the definitions of biodiversity, ecosystems, endangered species, and the distinction between in situ and ex situ conservation. When answering exam questions, focus on knowledge, application, and evaluation. Always link cause and effect, provide specific examples, and ensure you discuss both the advantages and limitations of conservation methods. Here is the golden definition for your exams. Biodiversity is the variety of different species of organisms found in an ecosystem. Using this exact phrasing is key to securing full marks. In summary, mastering biodiversity definitions, understanding human impacts, and evaluating conservation strategies will prepare you well for your exams. Good luck with your studies.